Hey guys, so changing from Laser Mobile. Today we will be comparing the iPhone 6 Plus and the LG G3. So let's get started. So to start off with the design of these two devices, the iPhone 6 Plus has an aluminum unibody design. It wraps around the whole back of and sides of the device. On the front it has glass that curves around the side of the display and gives it a really good feel when you're swiping across it. It has NFC bands here, and it also has the wireless antennas. In the middle it has the Apple logo. The bottom of the device has speakers, charging port, headphone jack, and on the sides there's the volume and power buttons. The LG G3 has a design that does look like it's aluminum. However, it actually is plastic, but it's not the soft Samsung plastic, it's actually hard plastic. But the buttons and the ring around the camera lens are aluminum. Buttons are on the back of the device. And on the sides, there is some aluminum on this phone. And on the front, there's very little bezels, which is a very cool feature of this device. It also has a removable back and a removable battery. Personally, I prefer the aluminum design of the iPhone 6 Plus. However, it is all personal preference. Now, when it comes to the hardware and displays on these devices, the LG G3 has a beautiful 2K display with 538 ppi. This blows any other phone on the market out of the water, and especially the iPhone 6 Plus. The iPhone 6 Plus still does have a pretty nice display though. It's the best display on an iPhone yet at 401 ppi, 1920 by 1080 pixels. So this is the first full HD display on an iPhone, and I like how Apple finally adopted the standard. Next is the hardware on both these devices. The LG G3 has a 2.5 GHz Snapdragon 801 processor. And this model specifically, the 32 gig version, has 3 GB of RAM. However, some of the other versions have 2 GB of RAM. It also has a removable 3000 mAh battery, while the iPhone 6 Plus has a non-removable 1500 mAh battery, a dual-core Apple A8 processor clocked in at 1.4 GHz, 1 GB of RAM, and the A8 processor has 64-bit architecture, so that does help for the subpar specs. Now you might think that the iPhone, yes, does have subpar specs. That's what it says on paper. However, since iOS is a very basic software and doesn't have any overlays like LG's custom skin, it's very simple to run. You don't really need any that high specs because all you do is scroll on the home page. Whereas on the LG, one, it has to power this high-powered display, as well as this. There's widgets, there's different app drawers, and there's just a ton of stuff going on in the background. But however, both of these devices do perform great in real life. They both breeze through gaming and any kind of high demanding apps. And you can't really go wrong with the specs on either. With the software on these two devices, the iPhone runs iOS 8, Apple's brand new software. However, it's really just a small upgrade from iOS 7. There's some new things like being able to do this. Double tap on the home button to reach things at the top of the screen. However, nothing much. It's your standard iOS. All of you know what it is. And that's basically the rundown of software in the iPhone 6 Plus. Now the LG G3 runs Android KitKat with its overlaid software, which actually is a lot nicer than your standard LG software. I like how I've personally customized it, but I like LG's icons and stuff like that. I also like the pull-down menu here with brightness and toggles at the top. It's kind of like your control center, your iPhone 5S, mixed together with the brand new notification center that has some widgets on it now. Of them. Now moving over to the camera, iPhone 6 Plus has a 8 megapixel f2.2 aperture camera with this new thing called focus pixels that Apple has added. This enables you to focus on a picture really quick, which I think is a very cool feature. Another thing is it has slow motion video, 240 FPS, and 120 FPS. I'll just show you a quick sample, 240 FPS. Oh gosh. To go in, go to my gallery, and I have a good one right here. So that is really cool on the 6 Plus that has 240 FPS slow motion, as well as it is the first iPhone to shoot 1080p HD video. Now the LG G3 has a even better 13 megapixel camera. Both of these devices have optical image stabilization, but the LG can shoot 4K, as you can see right here. You can choose UHD 4K video, and the 13 megapixel pictures are actually really good. It also has this thing called laser autofocus. So if you can see, there's a little laser coming out of the phone, which sends out a laser to wherever you're trying to focus to sense how far away it is. And that makes it a lot easier to focus on the device quickly. This also does shoot slow motion video, however I'm not going to show it because it's just your standard 120 FPS slow motion. But both these cameras are great. I personally prefer the LG's camera because of the 4K video and the 13 megapixel pictures. However, the iPhone's is still an amazing camera with a 240 FPS. And that's about it for these two devices. If you like the video, please like and subscribe down below for much more content on the LG G3, iPhone 6 Plus, and all your technology. Thanks for watching.